Never apologize. Like, be courageous. Double down. Like, never suddenly say, "Oh, I feel bad." And usually you're a lot more successful. You apologize, then they can really drag you through the mud. If I were to ever come and said, "You know what? I think maybe no." You go for it, and then you get rewarded like this.
Hi there, guys. This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth with breaking news. I just got out of the BC Supreme Court in the Court of Appeals for the final decision in a case that I've been following for almost 5 years now. And viewers of this channel are probably already well aware of the BC father whose daughter, when she was in grade 7, was shown a video by her teachers featuring a transgender character, and she started thinking, I also want to cut my hair short. I also want to identify as a boy, just like the character in that video. The teachers entertained this. They allowed her to change her name. They allowed her to change her pronouns. They suggested she go get some counseling, and the counselor suggested she go talk to a doctor. The doctor suggested she starts transitioning. All of this happened unbeknownst to this father. So obviously he's royally upset. The courts ended up saying he's not allowed to misgender his daughter. He's not allowed to use the incorrect pronouns. He can't use her so-called dead name. And he's not allowed to talk to the press about any of this. A so-called gag order was placed on this. Now, obviously, with this being insanely tyrannical, he didn't do any of these things, ended up spending 69 days in jail for that, and he was also facing a fine of upwards of $30,000. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, the judge just decided that he has won his case. He won his appeal. No more fines, no more jail time. That's it. That's the end of it. This is such good news. This is a huge step in the right direction for justice and sanity, and it just goes to show, when you stand up like this man did against the trans activists who are taking up the BC courts and the lawyers and the judges, we can have a victory. So I just spoke with him a couple hours ago before he was supposed to turn himself into the sheriff's office, and then he had the decision was made. He's just won the thing, so he's going to be getting out any moment now. I'll do a follow-up interview to bring you this good news from the man himself. So stay tuned for that, guys. Just wanted to give you that quick update. But you can chalk one up today for the good guys. All right, guys, we're here with the man who's not supposed to be named after a huge victory. All right, this has been almost 5 years in the making, all culminating into this final day, this final decision. Tell us, what did the judge determine today? Because this sounds like some huge breaking good news.
You know, after a whole lot of spectacular disaster losses over the last 5 years, we got a huge win. We ended on a huge win. You know, everything I could have, hoped for today, we got from the BC Court of Appeal here. And, time served. So the 6-month sentence, what's left of it, I'm exonerated from at this point. The $30,000 fine removed. I'm walking out of here with a to end, what I would call this long saga with a huge win. And I hope parents and, this is important for everybody here because, I think the tide is changing. I've said it. I didn't know how it was going to reflect in what was going to happen today. And I can't say with certainty that was what it was. But, I hope this gives everybody some courage and some hope, right? And definitely encouragement because this is, this is huge. I mean, compared to where things were, who would have guessed the political climate to get a win like this? Obviously Crown has the right to appeal to this, to the Canadian Supreme Court, but I don't know that they'll do that. I don't think so. We'll see. But we in the moment, what a big win. So so proud of the lawyers I had and everybody who supported me. This is huge for everybody.
Absolutely huge, big win. It's phenomenal that it's finally come to this. But you did actually serve some time in jail. You did have to sit on the inside. What specifically were you thrown in jail for? Not that long ago.
Well, I was thrown in for contempt of court. That's what this whole thing is about. Obviously I spent, a few hours, maybe two and a half hours in jail today, but that was the bail conditions, turning myself in, and then I got released. But it was all about contempt of court, which was really about breaking gag orders and publication bans and getting the word out. Because I think most people didn't even believe that things were this crazy. It was honestly people they needed to know the truth, and I was sitting on it, and I was told I couldn't tell anybody, and to me that was unacceptable at the time. And I paid a price. I mean, I did. As I said, 69 days in jail is, and I guess if he's had today, I guess you can say 70.
Yeah.
But today is a big day because that the price is paid, and I don't have to do any more on it, and I'm cleared, going home.
And you were up against such a big battle, especially with just the trans activists who have become lawyers and judges. It almost seemed like everything was stacked against you, all odds with the teams they had set up there. What was that like in the battle? Because you just won in such a huge victory when they had their side stacked.
Yeah, there were times, where I was up against, before this became a criminal case, which literally pitted me up directly against the Attorney General and the government. I mean, there was 50 lawyers involved on the other side at times. It was insane. I took on everybody that literally had a hand in what happened to my child. Literally everybody that played a role. And that brought 50, and these aren't just your regular lawyers. I mean, a lot of them were specific trans activist lawyers. I mean, the whole mob. I took on the whole mob with, just a couple guys, a couple lawyers really that were doing, lots of support. Yeah. But, two lawyers, and for the most part, it started out with just one. Herb Dunton, people may remember him from the very beginning. And here we are today at the end of it all with a big win against the whole thing.
This just goes to show you when you do stand up, we can have victories in these battles. I mean, you can now start get your life back together. This has basically consumed you for the last 5 years, right? This has just been like a nightmare situation, almost hard for any parent to imagine.
I mean, it has been. I mean, this has been something that's consumed my life for the last 5 years. I mean, it's because it's such a political thing, and it's everywhere, and the stories keep coming, and things keep changing, and I always say to people, and I'm not the only one that says this too, is never apologize. Like, be courageous, double down. Like, never suddenly say, oh, I feel bad. And you usually are a lot more successful. You apologize, then they can really drag you through the mud. If I were to ever come and said, you know what, I think maybe no. You go for it, and then you get rewarded like this at the end, right? You just persevere.
You stood your ground, you persevered, and you came out on top. And I hope this creates a lot of awareness out there for people who are struggling with the same thing to realize that they're not alone in this fight and they can have a win in this battle. So any final thoughts on this whole thing to wrap it up? I mean, again, this is a culmination of 5 years of battles coming down to this decision, this awesome win.
Yeah, the 5 years, it's felt like an eternity at times, and been a lot of price to pay through it all, but there's the good times, the bad times, and nothing like going out on top. For all the bad stuff, I can finally say to everybody who's followed this, thank God we got a win. About time. Yeah. About time. So amen.
Well said. Amen to that. Chalk one up for the good guys, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, congratulations on your win. It's a huge inspiration. Thank you so much for breaking this all down for us.
Yeah, thank you, Dan, for coming out. And anyone who's been covering this, supporting it, getting the message out, critical to where we are today too. Absolutely. So, thank you.
Thanks, man. And there he goes. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, chalk one up for the good guys today. This just goes to show, as we said, that if you continue to, stand up for what's right, stand up for what you know to be true, and not kowtow to these, activists, trans activists especially, what we've seen is able to be overcome even within the court system itself. So again, a huge, huge win today. I'm so glad that after covering this for so long that this is what the final outcome is. If you agree, let me know in the comment section below, guys. And if you appreciate my efforts to have covered this story ever since it started, don't forget to check me out at pressfortruth.ca/donate if you appreciate my efforts to bring you this information. That's all for today, guys. Once again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button, share this video, and stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.
I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up.
If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?